Hello and welcome back to another week of my life. I know it's been a minute. If you're new here, I'm Alexandria. I am a 32-year-old New York transplant. I work full-time in social media marketing and I'm a content creator. I've been on other platforms for like all of this year, but hopping back on YouTube. So I'm currently in Harlem and I am going to meet my cousin. She's in, well, two of my cousins. One of them lives here in Harlem. The other one is visiting from college. She is doing a study abroad in Japan right now, I think. But she, there's bugs around. It's the like invasive bugs that they say like squash them if you see them. I don't know what they're called. Either way, one of my cousins that lives here and one of my cousins that is visiting and I are meeting up for brunch today. It's Saturday. I think it's September 10th. And we're going to Chocolat. I don't know how I heard about Chocolat, but like there was like a couple of restaurants in this general area, like Yatanga. We went to Boulevard. There's some other ones, and then Chocolat came up around this time. Like there were two Harlem-based Black women-led shows that came out last year, and then there was like a list of restaurants and places I wanted to visit that were featured on them, and then some other recommendations. And I was just like, I'll come meet her up here so she doesn't have to come all the way out to Brooklyn and get on the train. So that's where I'm headed now, and I'll keep you updated. Hopefully we find something good to eat. I haven't even had coffee yet, so I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for coffee and take you all along with me. Tomorrow I have a photo shoot early in the morning with my friend's sustainable fashion brand, so I'll be modeling as well. Exciting times. So come along with me. I'll talk to y'all later. Hello and welcome back. After I was a terrible vlogger yesterday, I'm not even gonna lie. So just to bring you guys up to speed, it is now Sunday, which is why it is not sunny anymore. It's Sunday and I spent the day yesterday with my cousin just walking around. It's fashion week, so it's like super busy in the city in some areas, and just got to have some brunch with her, enjoy the city with her, and like show her around. She is currently in school at NYC and wants to move to New York City, which is so exciting. So I was like happy to like talk to her about that, show her around the city. So it's a little loud. We went to Boulevard and had some brunch, and then I like chilled. We went down to Soho and things of that sort. And then this morning I did have my photo shoot with my friends for their e-commerce brand, for their e-commerce shoot, and did that earlier this morning, and now I am out. I just went to ABC Cocina to have a little brunch, ordered some groceries that'll be in later tonight, and then one of my favorite little wine shops in the city just moved. Flatiron Wines moved from up closer to like the Italy and Flatiron to right where I'm at now, so I'm about to walk in here and check out some wines. See y'all in. Okay, so that place, I've made some content before about like where I buy wine in New York City and things of that sort. Oh, I should have asked them about making content for them, especially since they got a new location, because I'm sure there are people who like have been to the Flatiron location that they were at who may come back and be like, where did you go? They're literally just a couple streets down. So if you follow me for my wine content and you're in New York City and you want to know where to buy wine, Flatiron Wines, that was a little bit closer to Italy, like more in the 20s on Broadway, is now between 18th and 19th on Broadway. So yeah, there's that piece of information. But I went in and the space is so nice and so much bigger, and they have so many wines and large formats and just like all types of wine. I feel like anything you're looking for, you can go in there and find. There was one thing I asked for that they didn't have. There's a couple things that I always look for, like in terms of like producers, grapes, regions, all this stuff. So look for those. Absolutely was not disappointed. I got a bottle of Beaujolais, a Cru Beaujolais from this appellation called Cherubla, which is all Gamay grapes, and I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it. I've bought one from this producer, but not from this specific, there's like a plot of land, I think it is, because there's like a different name. So I think it's still same producer, same grape, same appellation or whatever, same region, but a little bit of a different like plot of grapes. So hopefully that goes well. I'm probably going to create a piece of content with that. And what else? Yeah, it's just super cute. I'm excited to go back in there. It's a little bit closer to the train, and it's kind of in competition with one of my other shops that I put in my like where I buy wine video, my reel or TikTok, whatever you want to call it, which is Bottle Rocket, which I'm literally looking at right now. So like they're super within walking distance of each other, so that's like real competition. But I feel like Bottle Rocket, I don't know how to describe Bottle Rocket, but I feel like they're both like wine nerd stores, but maybe Bottle Rocket is a little bit more like modern. I don't know. It's just more modern branding, but the Flatiron Wines is like, if you're a wine nerd, and you have money to spend on wine, that's perfect. I feel like Bottle Rocket is like, you can spend a little bit of money on wine and you're a wine nerd, perfect. So yeah, I'm going to head to get my weekly donut from Dough, because I don't get it every week, but a lot of weeks I go to Dough and I get a lemon blueberry crumble or maybe something else donut for myself, and I enjoy the hell out of it, and it is so good. They are so consistently good. So that's like a little sweet treat. Italy, I got an Instagram ad saying that Italy is having a huge sale, so I'm tempted to go in, but I feel like it's gonna be like dry goods, and like usually I go in there for like fresh fish or mostly fresh pasta, some other little, you know, artisanal things that only Italy has, a sparkling water that I like, and some other like very specific things. The focaccia is also really good, of course. But you know what? It's a couple streets up. I need some more steps in. So I think I'm gonna walk up there and see what they have going on. And what after that? I still need to go home and clean my apartment, do laundry. I need to stop at the ATM and get some cash due laundry in my building, and I need to repolish my nails. Mind you, instead of like trying to go get my nails done all the time, I was like, let me try to do my nails better at home. So last week I bought a base coat and a top coat in addition to a new polish color for the fall, or just in general. And let me tell you, it stayed and it looked good. So I took it off today and I'm gonna reapply it this evening and hopefully have really cute nails for the week. So I'm excited about that. I'm about to walk in Dough, and I'll check in with y'all once I get to Italy or after. Okay, so checking back in. While I did not go back to, I didn't go up to Italy because I looked at the flyer that I'd taken a picture of on social, wow, this is just like work talk. Either way, I'd seen it on my Instagram feed, and it was like for classes and other stuff, and I was like, you know what? I don't need to go in there. I don't even know what I would get. I can scope out the place because it's basically all month. It's like all of September, so I can go at another time, maybe next week when I do like grocery shopping and stuff. But what I did do was I got my dough donut. They're massive, so I haven't finished it. I still have some. And I went to Trader Joe's because I have been waiting for weeks because it's like they're just getting in the fall stuff. I have been waiting for a candle that I get from them. I might have talked about this on the channel before, but their Honeycrisp apple candle. First of all, I love Honeycrisp apples in general. They are like the supreme top tier apple. Like, you can fight me on this. They are the best apple for me. If you like something else, it's not my responsibility. It's not my fault that you have bad taste. Either way, no disrespect to any other like apple lovers, but I love Honeycrisp apple, and fall is like Honeycrisp. It's all apple season, but Honeycrisp apple season. And just by chance, this $4, hear me out, $4. Usually the candle that I'm usually burning at home that I like to burn all the time is a $40 Boy Smells candle. $40 freaking dollars, okay? So, well, it can be less than 40, but like 30 something, whatever. So they have a Honeycrisp apple candle at Trader Joe's for like their fall collection and stuff. It is $4. It is the best $4. It is the best $4 you will ever spend on a candle, in my personal opinion and in my personal experience. So I got two. But I'll be going back to get more. I think next week, they're $4. I think next week I'll just get like 5. Like, you know what I mean? Just like throughout the $20, babes, like it's nothing, right? So $20 is not nothing in this economy. But To make sure that I have them for the season, I think $20 and plus tax or whatever is a small price to pay. So I think next week I'm gonna go. I have 2 now. I'll get 5 next week, knock that 20 bucks out. That'll last me a couple months. And then if they still have them, or maybe in between, I'll just, gather up some more. Because it seems like once they kind of like sell out for the season, a lot of times they don't, well, I guess they have to restock, but either way, they went really fast last season. I feel like the season before that too. They were just hard to find really fast. So I think next week maybe I'll get like 5 of them, and then maybe in a couple weeks I'll get them when they're like kind of like fading out. I like to enjoy seasonal things seasonally, so I don't want to have enough to last me through the year. I just want to like comfortably burn them. They're not huge. They're only $4. They have great throw. They come with a top, which is really convenient. And yeah, I don't mind enjoying things during the season. You know what I mean? Honeycrisp apples, I pretty much only buy during the season. Pomegranates come in the season in the fall. Squash comes in the season in the fall. All those things. So happy to enjoy it while it's in season. And when it's done, it's done. But I want to thoroughly enjoy it while it's here. So got that from Trader Joe's. Got a couple other things. But yeah, I'm about to go do some laundry. Like I said, repolish my nails. And just enjoy the rest of my Sunday. My cousin is still here, and they're having a Telfar event, and she was like, do you want to go to this Telfar event? And I'm like, you know what, I was out yesterday in Soho, and I need like another month before I'm ready to like face crowds of people. So yeah, they're at the Telfar event. I was invited. I don't think I want to go. I mean, I would love to go get like a Telfar bag and like see the experience, but I think I can just watch from social. So gotta go do that now, and I'll check in with y'all later. Bye. Whoa, that was a journey just getting this camera set up. So I'm back in the house, and I wanted to show you all this candle and what else I got. I have to film this way, so like the way my apartment is, if you haven't been here before, it's a studio, and like my bed is that way, but I like stripped my bed and don't have any linens on it, so you guys need to see that. Oh wow, this is my half-eaten dough donut. Just wanted to show you guys the wine that I got, and then the candles, because I'm about to light one right now, do some cleaning, do some Sunday getting together. So Sharubla, I did, like I said, this producer before, and like this name where it says Alcraz, like that was different, and I feel like that's just, I'm gonna look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's probably like just a different vineyard within, like a different plot of land, like I was saying. But it is, like I said, Beaujolais Gamay from Sharubla, which is like the major Beaujolais is the major region, Sharubla is a sub-appellation, but I think this producer within this appellation, within that region, has a specific like plot of land, a plot of grapes, a specific growing that they make this bottling from. So this could be called like the bottling, or maybe the vineyard. I'll see. It is, I'm pretty sure it's like a 2020 vintage. Yeah. So I'm excited to open this. I'll probably do like a reel with it as well. I love Gamay's. I feel like, Beaujolais is like the perfect fall wine because it's like not too full bodied a lot of the time, and it's just like it can be more floral, it can be more like delicate and dainty for a red, especially for a French red. And I feel like that pairs well with like transitional fall menu items like a squash soup, or like I don't know, maybe you're just having like a cute little cheese board or something, or even lamb. I think I would like Gamay with and everything. So yeah. Oh wow, this doesn't look as cute, but either way, this is the candle from Trader Joe's, the Honeycrisp Apple scented candle. And when I tell you the best $4, the best $4. Like now I'm regretting, like now that I have to strategize everything. Like when I'm making purchases, I'm like, how many, what are you gonna do? How much, when are you gonna spend this amount of money? Blah, 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 blah. Which is how I figured out when I was just talking to you guys that I'm gonna spend, I'll just go and get 5 of them next week. So that, I also got some broth because I'm gonna roast a chicken. That's part of my grocery delivery this evening. I got some bananas, some lemons. I think that was it for Trader Joe's. Like it wasn't a huge haul. Like I said, like I just try to get filler stuff. You end up having to shop at multiple grocery stores in New York City. Like I'll order stuff online. Amazon Fresh has like free delivery, but you still probably end up paying $5 or more depending on how much you tip. once you have somebody delivering it to you. So my sister just texted me. So yeah, so like I ordered spatchcock chicken, some potatoes, like I needed some apple cider vinegar, some other stuff that I just needed in the house. I've been like munching on dark chocolate as like a snack if I want something like sweeter, or just like after a meal if I want something, I'm like, let me go for a dark chocolate instead of like, you know, another type of candy. I feel like it could be a little bit better for you. So trying to make those more conscious choices, you know. So yeah, that stuff is coming and I won't have to bring it in or whatever. They bring it right to the door. Got this filler stuff for when I want to cook, wine for enjoyment and for content. And another reason I wanted to go, I want to say this too, another reason I wanted to go into Flatiron Wines was because I did just get a new job. I don't know if I mentioned this recently, but if you haven't heard, I work full-time in social media marketing, digital social media, PR, all that good stuff, but social focused. And I've been on my current job for just over a year and a couple months, and I'm making a move to another position, which is a really great opportunity. And I like to, like, in different monumental moments in my life, like milestones, achievements and stuff, I like to celebrate with like a really nice bottle of wine, maybe a dessert wine or a bottle of champagne, or even sometimes I'll do a spirit. So like I've gotten myself like a really nice bottle of whiskey, a Japanese whiskey, like when I moved here and stuff. So to celebrate having a new role and just kind of like a really good opportunity, I'll probably go back to Flatiron or one of the other wine shops that I really love. And probably, I think I haven't decided yet, which is really why part of why I wanted to go in there too. Because part of me is like, just get another bottle of champagne. A lot of times I do champagne, like a vintage champagne or like Special Club, which is something you may not know, but like if you know wine, you may know it. But like a Special Club champagne that's vintage or something like that, like something that's fit for a celebration, you know. But I've been kind of wanting, since I went to this Daniel restaurant, Daniel Boulud is a popular chef, a Michelin star chef here in New York City. He's French, but he has restaurants all over. I used to work for his restaurant group, and I went to one of his newer concepts called Le Pavillon, and it's in that One Vanderbilt building. So if you know, the New York building is like one of the new observatories that's in the city. That's like a super high building with an observatory. Very Instagram, like vlog content, TikTok, Instagram friendly. So I went to that restaurant, and the night that I went there, I had a glass of Pinot Noir, specifically a Gevrey Chambertin, that was just so good. And I feel like it's like an accessible price for the bottle, because like I feel like I'm trying to shoot for like anywhere from like 80 to 120. Like it's a celebration, baby, but it's not like, not too much. You know what I mean? Not too much. So I feel like if I can find that bottle, that'll fall more in like the 80, 90 range. And if I do a champagne, that might fall more in the 110, 120 range. I don't know anyone that would be like 110, but either way, they'll probably run up at like the 120 range. So yeah, just thinking about that. I'm probably gonna have like a little celebration wine within the next week. So maybe I'll go back to Flatiron, but I feel like Chambers Street Wines is another place that I really love to go that I haven't been in a while, and it's been on my mind. Chelsea Wine Vault like closed down. That was like inside Chelsea Market, and it was really nice last year when I went in there and filmed, and now it's gone and I don't know where it went. But like they did kind of have like a weird mix of stuff. I feel like they hadn't found like who exactly they were selling to. Like, are you selling to like Googlers who are coming from across the street? Maybe they buy a bottle of wine while they're here for a happy hour, or like, you know, are you selling to people who live in the like the Honeycomb building, like right up the street, and like those really expensive places, and they're like right off the High Line? Are you selling to tourists that are in the meatpacking district, because they're probably not going to buy super high end like Magnum bottles or like First Grows and stuff, like fancy wines, right? So I think they just hadn't found their niche of who they were really like selling wine to, and they had a lot of options, but they never really narrowed down. Because I feel like if you are marketing to people who are traveling, it's like they're just gonna go to all the nice restaurants around and order nice wines there. Yes, they're way marked up, but like a lot of places don't offer like a really friendly corkage program, so whatever. I've talked a lot about wine, but if you love wine, this is definitely the channel for you. Food, wine, city life. There'll be some travel in the coming year, as well as just like my everyday content creation, lifestyle stuff. So working out, all of the hot girl walks, as they say. So there'll be a lot of fun. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, thinking about Chelsea Market and meatpacking. I recently just went to Restoration Hardware's guest house that just opened up, and I used to work for Restoration Hardware, but I've always like loved them for years and years. Like even before I worked in the restaurant in Chicago, I was going to the one in West Palm Beach and like love it. So they just opened like a lodging concept. They said they're not a hotel, it's their guest house. It's insanely expensive and really beautiful. But I went to their dining room. So they have a dining room and they have a caviar and champagne room. And then they have the terrace. But I don't know that the terrace is open to non-guests of the guest house. I don't want to call it the hotel, but who don't have a room checked out. So I went and sat in the dining room on the outside, and had lunch earlier, at the end of last week, and it was so nice. It was so nice. And I feel like their wine menu could use some work too. Like, there were just some things that I felt like were missing. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's supposed to be a higher price point, but I felt like even at that price point, I was like, yeah, I can get some better stuff. But that's just me. What do I know? I don't have a place. I don't have a place. I have a place. I don't have a restaurant. I don't make wine lists yet. Maybe I will. But yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on here. I'm going to get into the Sunday of things. And like I said, my nails. I need to clean out my garbage can. I just took my trash out, do my laundry, clean up around here, really get set for the week. It's my last week at this job. And I'll start my new role the following week. So I'll take you all through a little bit more of the week with me, and then we'll wrap it up. Hello and good morning. I hope you all can hear me. It's like the buzz of a hotel lobby. I'm working from the Ace Hotel lobby this morning and loving it. I got, there's a black seed bagel next door, so I got black seed and a coffee just from their little coffee stand in here. And I'm working here partly because pretty much only because, number one, because it's my last week at this job, and like, you know, my load is lightening up, so usually I'd like to be at home just so I can manage all the things on my plate. My plate's a little lighter, and because it was my last week, and 260 Sample Sale is having both a Reformation and a Savage X Fenty sample sale like around the corner from here. I was like, why don't I just like go first thing in the morning, because I have like a block of meetings in the afternoon, and I want to go to this Reformation sale and get stuff before it's all picked through. So that's part of my plan, my strategy. Same thing with the Savage stuff, where I'm just like, you know, I want to go on the first day when they have everything that they have, even though the prices go down as it gets towards the end even more. A lot of times just the inventory is just not great. So I'm doing that this morning, and then I'm gonna go back to Brooklyn and have meetings for the rest of the afternoon. I'm sharing my like transition document with my team, and yeah, nothing too. Okay, so oh my gosh, this is insane. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing this. There's like a crazy line. I don't wait in lines like that. Oh, there's like a stupid line for this. I'll be back. Hello and good morning. It is now Wednesday. I left you all off as I was trying to get into the Reformation sample sale yesterday. I did not get in line. It wasn't as simple as I thought it was gonna be, and I'm just like, it's not that important, you know what I mean? It's not that serious. If I'd had more time, possibly, because they were doing some listing where like you can come and they'll like text you when it's your turn to go into the store or something like that. They were just saying they were like using some app when I looked on their stories. Sorry for my background noise. There's like a whole building being built across the street from my current building, which I'm sure the people who live on the front side of my building do not enjoy. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, the Reformation line was super long. And then the thing is, if I had the time, I wouldn't have waited in such a long line, but I probably would wait to just get there earlier. Because I mean, I was in the area already. I probably would have just gone up a little bit earlier and got in. And you just don't want the stuff that's like picked over. I mean, I don't mind if they have some stuff left, but I just feel like, oh, what are the chances if I go on the third day after the line has been around the corner for 3 days and people are going in, what's left is not gonna be great. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll go check it out before it closes over the weekend. Maybe I won't. I won't say, I can't say. So yeah, but what I did do is go into the Savage X Fenty sample sale, and I got a couple things there. So yeah, that's the rest of what happened yesterday. Today's a pretty chill day. It's the last couple days of this current role, so I'm working on my exit doc. Tomorrow we have like a company party, so I'll be going into office and hanging out with some of my coworkers for one of the last times while I'm still employed there. Then finishing out the week on Friday. So I'll probably take you all in office with me tomorrow to the party, as much of that as I can capture, and then we'll wrap this vlog up. But I am sitting outside right now having my coffee just for like the first like 15 minutes to feel like it's fall, cool time. And also I just woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I feel like agitated, and I think it's because I haven't been working out this week. I've been doing a lot of walking when I'm running errands and going into the city and stuff, but not like in the gym, lifting weights and stuff like that. So need to get back to that, but have been like really pressing through some work stuff so that I can make sure that I finish it in time. So yeah, I just wanted to come out here and like chill, take some deep breaths, enjoy the sun. It's like crystal clear skies right now. The skyline is gorgeous. I made my coffee. I ordered a breakfast sandwich instead of making breakfast this morning, and I'm gonna chill out, vibe, go downstairs, start work, finish out Wednesday strong, and hopefully have a date tonight and have a party tomorrow. So I'll catch y'all tomorrow, and then we'll wrap this vlog up. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Thursday. I'm headed into the office. Last day working in the office at this current role, and also our summer party. So going to get some work done. Hopefully we'll be done by like 4:35 today, and then head over to the east side of Manhattan and have our little summer party, and then probably head home around like 8ish. I'm not even gonna lie, I have like way too much work to do for somebody who only works here for like 2 more days. So I'm gonna be working intensely today, probably be ready to go home about a couple hours into the party, and then call it a night, and we'll wrap this vlog up. Okay, I wrapped my day in the office, and I'm walking with my coworkers. They're laughing at me because I'm vlogging. We're going to our work summer party. Where are we going?
Industry Kitchen.
To Industry Kitchen. So yeah, we're about to go have fun. I'll get some clips to show you all over this, but I'm gonna wrap this vlog up here. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, now I am truly closing out this vlog. I feel like what's good lighting right here. We are just at Industry Kitchen for my summer party, second to last day at my current position. It was so bittersweet to see all my awesome co-workers and things. I really work with like an amazing group of people. Had a couple drinks, gonna go see the boo, and we'll wrap this vlog up here, and I'll see you all next week.